Okay, very good. Because so we have here the people behind those wonderful clips that you have just seen. No? So we have Hazel from Nice Print Photo. We have Dr. Christian, our Chief Marketing Officer, and our Marketing Manager, Gab Del Mundo. So at this point in time, I'd like to thank all our media friends and our partners for taking the time out from your very busy schedule. I'm sure it's the weekend. You know how weekend could get crazy, but you guys are here with us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you guys have any question to any of our gentlemen and lady in front, you may just approach our microphone. So we have provided some in the floor. So I'm sure you guys are raving to ask some questions, but please allow me to ask the first one to Dr. Christian. So Doc, I don't know if I should really ask you, but for the benefit of everybody, because I was part of the team when we were doing this. Okay. So where did you get the inspiration for this campaign?
For the past years, we've been really getting real stories of our patients. As a doctor, I also had the chance to see these stories and experiences and be part of these stories. And all these years, we've been hearing and having these stories, and we thought, what's the best way to actually share these experiences? And it's but wonderful stories of people, wonderful stories of love and partnership. And we said, they should be told. They should be, the world should know about this. Hence, we thought of coming up with the key stories and looking into producing them and reenacting them in a way. And what's the best way of really expressing all these stories? But by doing the best storytelling that we can do. And through the videos that you've seen, I guess they epitomize years of partnership, years of love, years of passion of serving our patients.
Yes, because for your information, the Medical City in 2 weeks' time will be celebrating its 55th anniversary. So it's our emerald year. So for all these years, these are just some of the stories that we were able to share. So Gab, I have a question for you. So for all the nights that we've been together, working okay in the office, late night working in the office. So how was the experience? Working with Nice Print, working with our people, and coming up with such fantastic campaign.
Well, to begin, working with Nice Print is such a joyful experience because not only to everyone, but we also have a studio at the Medical City. It's called TMC Studios. So when we talk to Nice Print, we merge our ideas together so that we can come up with great stories on how do we show it to the eyes of our audience. And just to add also to Dr. Christian in terms of conceptualizing the idea, it actually started with one question. And that question is, what makes hospital a leader? And of course, different hospitals can claim various phrases, like I'm the number one in terms of, I have many specialties, like from allergologists to urologists, and then I have the best equipment. We see a lot of patients, the most number of patients, we have the highest revenue. So all hospitals can claim that. But when we were conceptualizing it, we went back to our philosophy, where patients are partners. So by partnership, we actually thought of why not make it something like marriage, because in marriage, it's a commitment. And we want to show our commitment to the patient, to our patients, that it's not only for sickness, they can also come here for health. And we'd like to be there as their partner every milestones in the journey. And by journey, by milestones, there's no better partner to have that than Nice Print because they show every milestones in the stories they tell.
Yes, yes. Because just like what Dr. Ramos said a while ago, here at the Medical City, we treat patients as our partners, being responsible for their own health, to become stewards of their own health. No? So they're not just like a case that we want to solve. They're actually part of all the things that we are doing for their personal health. So Hazel, well, thank you so much for the partnership. Thank you for.
So honored, yeah.
Yes, thank you. So, just like what Gab said, we could not think of any better partner. When you talk about life moments, there's always Nice Break, whether that's binyag or birthday, much more kasal, diba? So, Hazel, how was Nice Print's experience in co-creating these short films with the hospital? Because you're used to creating stories with couples, but this time it's a hospital.
Basically, I just want to give a brief background of Nice Print. Nice Print has been in the industry for 17 years. So, major contribution to the experiences we had for 17 years. And then my sister Charisse and I were both ladies. We were once brides, and then became mothers, and then we somehow applied that to the company. So when we got this project, we're very excited. We have so many ideas to infuse, and we like the mission statement that the patients are the partner. Patients are the partners of Medical City. So basically, what we do in weddings, what we see, what we capture, what we do candidly, what we show to our guests in the wedding, just like here in the video. Even if I've seen this for 5 to 6 times, revising, editing, I still cry. Because
Yes, same with me.
yes, because that's maybe the passion of the women, no? As mothers or sisters, we are sisters. We're doing the script. Why don't we just add this? And why don't we just focus the eye and the tear drop? So we still do that in the weddings, and the same with the campaign. It's the same. So basically, we want the actors, no? Parang we want to show that they're really not actors. They're really the ones being portrayed. Yun talaga yung idea. So, kudos to the actors talaga they did well. Tapos with the script, and then the many people behind Nice Print editing and then script writing, all in one, we contributed. And then this is the same, wedding, baptism, grand celebration, golden wedding. It's the same approach with what we did for the Medical City. Human touch is still there, has to be there, and has to be worth watching. That's the main theme, worth watching.
Yes, because what we really want is for something to be very relatable and humanizing as Hazel said. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have any question, you can just approach our microphone because I have a lot. Yes, sir. Kindly introduce yourself.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. This is Ted Claudio from WhatsApp.ph. My question goes to Dr. Christian De Los Reyes. Doctor, the CEO President earlier said most of the transactions, most of the relationship between patients and hospitals are very transactional. So can you expound more on the hospital's mantra where patients are partners?
Okay, from the statement where patients are partners, we treat them as not just patients that we actually impose management on, not just people who we simply just diagnose and say you have to undergo certain diagnostics, you have to stay in this room, you have to take this medicine, you probably need to have colonoscopy. the patients, as we see them, are treated as our mother, our sister, a relative, a family, a true partner. So the characteristic feature of how we provide the service is we actually listen to them. We listen to what they feel. We listen to how they see things, how they want things to be, and from there we actually empower them to come up with the decision of the commitment to a certain management together with us. And now it's not just the doctor imposing on this patient, but it's a consulted decision of undergoing a procedure, undergoing a treatment. And in a way, it's better, and the patient would be more accepting of such a treatment because he or she has already committed to it. So every patient is treated as a partner, a patient we listen to, respect. And that in itself would probably give us the brand of care of Medical City.
You should have asked me. I was the one who said it. That's exactly what Christian is saying. But you know, it is a promise, right? But running an organization this big, where we have about 2,000 doctors, we have about 1,000 nurses, or less than 1,000 nurses now, you know, it doesn't necessarily happen the way he wants it. How do we make sure that it happens? This is where we tell you that when not anybody can just be a member of the medical staff here. Not just because you have the credentials, you can become a member. So we go through the credentials, but we also go through character. So that's the double C, character and competence. And before we are able to finally say that they are going to be part, before they start, we go into an onboarding process. And this also applies to all the nurses and all the employees. We have an onboarding process where we actually share with them exactly what we would like to do, what are the non-negotiables, and what are the values of the hospital. That's how the culture transformation comes in. It's not easy. But then our target is exactly what Christian is saying, that, you know, you have to listen. Listening is difficult, right? Especially when you feel so entitled because you know that you know a lot compared to the patients. That, you know, certain doctors who are so entitled become very intolerant when the patient starts to ask a lot of questions. But that's not the way we want it. And once in a while, there are, of course, you know, we have gaps that, you know, cause a lot of discomfort or complaints from our patients. We do something about it. That's the thing that I think that is not seen easily when we talk about patient partnership.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, we have another gentleman over there.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
All in the medical city can answer this question. How are these short films able to represent the various healthcare services which PMC has across the institutes?
Yeah.
So how do the videos convey the different services that the hospital actually provides? I'd say the objective of the videos is to actually focus more on the relationship, the experience. And somehow, we're able to also capture some of the services that we have. Emergency care, wellness care, and certain high-tech diagnostics that we have. But technically, it's really experiencing all of those. And when you experience all of those, it should be guided by a certain culture in the hospital. And you see, any hospital can actually claim that we have the best of technology, that we have US trained, European trained doctors, that we have the finest infrastructure in terms of structure in the hospital. But we want to go the other way. We want to focus on the relationship that we establish with our patients. And these relationships are not just transactional or one-time, big-time. These relationships are, well, our goal is to actually sustain it and maintain it and to make it a lifelong relationship. So that was the focus of the videos, but definitely we also had to show the services that we provide, because this is part technically of providing healthcare to our partners. Thank you.
Yes, and if I may just add, so you see in the 3 clips, so it shows the more than the care that we provide to our patients, the excellence of the medical city. For example, on the story of Jules and June, when when you turn 40, you have to do a lot of screenings already. And that actually highlights the preventive care services of the medical city with our wellness institute, with the eye screening, with the hearing screening, and even for cancer screening. While in the case of Manny and Helen, it highlights the excellence of the medical city on critical care, particularly with the acute myocardial infarction or the heart attack and the stroke, And for K, it highlights our excellence on maternity care and pediatric care. So all these services are actually the ones that we offer for our patients, and that's I think how all the clips relate to each of the institute. So, do we have more questions?
Let me add to that. I believe siguro parang fun fact for everybody. Well, all of these videos were inspired by really true stories, right? The first video, talagang nangyari siya. And you'd see the reason why it's called First Home, because they spent 3 months, the first 3 months, in the hospital, premature. And it was an experience that they will never forget. And to be part of that experience, to be part of that journey, is for us golden, rare. And that's probably the reason why the actors probably have that sincerity, genuineness in portraying their roles. Another one is Helen. Helen actually just recently lost her husband. And for her to shed tears of actual tears would give you that semblance that she was there. And experiencing that moment and reenacting it was really, really hard for this actor. And it really happened. And to be part of that experience, to be in that scene, is the thing that we want to tell everyone. And that's probably why the videos are so touching. Every time we view it and see it, literally we have tears. So probably that's some snippets of how we produce the movie that way.
Yes, thanks, Doc. Thanks. Hazel, I have a question. So, what did you learn about the medical city in this partnership? I mean, did anything surprise you? Like, oh, so this is the medical city. So, is there anything that you learned about us?
Personal experience. I've been to many hospitals because of my parents, and that's why making this project has a very big impact among us, my sister and I, because we've gone through a lot because of our parents. I should realize that the importance of the early detection, that you really have to do the annual checkup. This the thing that I have to tell my brothers and my sisters and my husband. We have to do the yearly checkup, the annual checkup. We have to do it. So, because it's a realization. What I mean, it can happen to anybody. I may be healthy today, maybe tomorrow. We don't know. And because of the pandemic, you never be sure what's going to happen tomorrow. That's why doing this project, it taught us so many lessons, and then that they can apply to my family and to my friends. I'm telling them the Medical City has a good program for the annual checkup that they want to try and avail. So that's it. I've been telling my friends, let's do it all together. So it's a painful experience, and then because reminiscing my parents, they both died recently, and it taught a lot of lesson, good and bad lessons. So I'm applying it in my life right now, and to my friends and to my family. That's it.
Thanks, Hazel. So, Doc Christian, what can we expect from this innovative campaign as it rolls out? Because I understand it's coming out for the next 4 weeks.
So, the actual goal or objective is to spread the word. The goal is to communicate to each and every partner that a hospital is there to provide such a service, such a brand of care. Sincere passion, sincere love, and sincere care. I'm not sure who actually said this. May nagsabi that sa buhay, dalawang tao ang kailangan mong kaibigan. One is a priest, and the other one is a doctor. That's how precious a relationship with a healthcare institution is. That's how important health is in a way. And that's the message we want to impart. We want to be the partner. We want to be there for you. We want to be there with you. And Medical City is here to provide that. And as we develop more services, as we disrupt how healthcare is being delivered, this is with the goal of providing this to our partners. And as the video would tell you, our value proposition is embedded in each videos, and that we want to share, and that we want to impart.
Thank you, Dr. Christian. So before we actually invite you on the official launches of these videos in the next week, do we still have more questions from the audience, from our partners? Okay, I don't think there is, but so Gab, will you please do the honor of inviting everybody to, watch out for these videos coming out where?
Okay. So you've actually seen 4 videos. The first video will actually premiere tonight, 7 p.m. at the Medical City Facebook page and YouTube page. And then the succeeding stories of Love Letter to My First, my second, and my 43rd will premiere in the succeeding Friday starting October 21, 28, and November 4. And what's good about it is we're gonna do cross-posting with Nice Prints social media channels.
So that is something that you guys really have to watch out for. And watch out also because we are coming out with I should announce a billboard about it. So you should really watch out for that. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Christian, Hazel, and Gab, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you,
Thank you so
everybody.
much.
Thank you.
And at this point, I'd like to thank again all our friends from the media, our colleagues, our guests, our friends for joining us. I have been your, how should I call myself, moderator for this discussion, and this has been In Health and in Sickness. Thank you so much, guys. We have a lot of activities outside. We have photo booth, we have food, so you guys can enjoy for the rest of the night. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.